Team, welcome to today's 5 minute snippet, Monday 22nd of January, and today we're talking about how to deal with motivation or a lack of, and 5 tips that we are going to go over how to increase your motivation. Firstly, I want to caveat this with what people say is motivation is actually just consistency and habits, and when we are saying we are unmotivated, what we really mean is that we are uneducated and we are not performing at the level that is easy for us to consistently continue with. And what I mean by that is something as simple as, if you've never tracked calories before, to go into a very specific calorie controlled diet, whether it's to maintain, gain or lose weight, and to track your macronutrients down to a T, is very difficult. And instead someone might focus on identifying protein, carbs and fats in meals. It can be as simple and should be as simple as that, because that builds confidence, consistency, and you pick up steam. Now, when we look at the first of the 5 tips, is stop lying to yourself. What I mean by that is, don't say that you are lazy, unmotivated, that you can't lose body fat, you can't build muscle. What you really need to say and own up to is that the habits that I currently follow are not conducive to my goals. The education I have regarding nutrition training is not enough, and I need to move forward and get that, because actually changing these things, becoming more educated and becoming more consistent, is way more difficult than just saying, oh, I am bad at this, I will never do this. And I don't want to belabor the point, but this first and foremost is the key. So stop telling yourself lies and own up to what you need to do to move forward. And move on to our second point, which is self-care, not self-sabotage. And this really does link in with what I just said. Self-care is so important, and it's important to take care of yourself, your wants and your needs in life. Not everything you want will be good for you. Just like sometimes the things that you need will unfortunately will not be something that you want. I struggle with this one myself, because I love sitting around and playing games. And I love training, I really do, but I enjoy coaching more, and I enjoy reading comics and playing games way more than I do training. But I know that in order to continue to educate myself and to be the best coach I can, I need to be doing the things that I need, not the things that I want. So do the things that you need most of the time, and sometimes do the things you want, and maybe 50% of the time they're going to cross over. Now, our next tip is regarding change and being motivated. Action precedes behavior, and behavior precedes change. So what I mean by this is, it's not just enough to say that you want to be healthier. You have to act in a way to become that person. And this links in with something I speak about a lot with clients, is who do you want to be? And I know that sounds very, esoteric and almost like a guidance counselor or a life coach, and I'm definitely not any of those. But we know from the research and from people's experience that someone who chooses the actions that they believe will make them into that person is more often and more likely to achieve that result. So you have to start acting like the person you want to be. So if you want to be a strong person with a big arse and lots of confidence, you have to think, how would a person like this act? Start to do it, and then slowly you'll see the behaviours that link in. And it's, I think Sean Connery said it, somebody famous said it was fake it till you make it, and that was a confidence thing. So you do have to pretend, and you do have to act like this person, and then analyse those things, and slowly but surely it comes into place. And our fourth tip, I can't count, is sometimes just surviving the day is a win. Just list 10 things that you need to avoid to stop setting yourself back, because not moving backwards is still progress. And I think a lot of people get caught up in the idea of constantly getting better and better and better. And yes, of course we should be focusing on that. But as someone who, when I was dealing with my mental health and my depression was at its worst, I just had to do things that wouldn't make me any worse, because I simply could not muster the energy, the confidence, or even the willpower to do things that would move me forward. But I could stop myself moving back. if I didn't feel like training, well, I could at least get moving and stretch and eat as well as I could. And if I didn't want to gain weight and I was trying to diet, but I couldn't again muster the energy because it just felt like I was being pulled underwater, then I said, okay, what are 10 things I can do today, or up to 10 things I could do today that would mean that I can move forward but not move backwards. All right, so that's the fourth tip. And the fifth one, perhaps the most important, but perhaps the most important, is only a Sith deals in absolutes. And of course I was going to get my geeky reference in. There's never a 5-minute snippet without it. But your journey isn't linear, and treating it like so is damaging. The only thing that continues to move forwards is time. And what do I mean by this? I mean that you have to give yourself a range of things, and you have to accept setbacks and accept problems, accept obstacles that become opportunities. And the easiest way to visualize this is when you are trying to lose body fat and you're using the metric of weight, you're going to say, I need to lose between 1 and 3 pounds this week, or maybe half a pound and 2 pounds, so that maybe one week you do really well and you stick to your calories more often, and maybe the next week, with things starting to open up again, you don't do so well and you only lose half a pound, but you're still half a pound lighter and you're more educated than you were last week. So try not to work in binary on and off terms. Everything is flexible, and you just have to do enough to tip yourself forward each day, or even stay balanced to be making progress. Team, thank you so much for listening to what will probably be the 7-minute snippet. This is Monday's recording. If you have any questions on this, please get in touch through Instagram. It's at Jordan Fleming Fitness, Fleming with 1 M. You can email me at jayptbusiness@gmail.com, or you can subscribe to my OnlyFans. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.